we've never had the lease release to the public. And and I disagree with DOJ's interpretation of hiding the lease, the proposed lease. Because, they've interpreted as being confidential, and we only got it this morning again. Anything that it's in the final legislative form, whether it's in the form of an exhibit or a contract like this one, in the end, in its final form, should be made public. In this case, it didn't happen. So now we're doing these amendments to something that the public could have commented on, and that didn't happen. And so we're having to do this in isolation. It's the wrong way to do it. To those lawyers over at DOJ, including Mr. Attorney General, I think it was wrong to do it this way. So the other thing too is, I think when we try to do these things, and I'm looking at the president's letter, and when he says that the council's only authority is up or down vote, and I totally disagree. When we had seen the lease and all of that, I think the council should have been included, members of the council, or the president should have come over, out of respect for the council, should have said, can we work this out, including these kind of amendments, so that these could be addressed. And especially, there are many of us that have concern about the water use. There are many of us that have concern, if not all of us, have concern about the Colorado River. And so there's now this amendment, and we're getting to do it at the 11th hour. All because the president disrespected this council from the outset and chose to leave the members of the council out of the negotiating process, or even submit its report to the council. And it was wrong. And this is what happens at the 11th hour, when then the people that will ultimately have the authority to decide the vote, then we end up doing this. And so, I don't appreciate the disrespect for the council in this regard, Mr. Speaker, and we're trying to do these things now at the 11th hour, and I think there's some things wrong. I have problems with the amendment, and I would, ask that maybe we strongly consider either tabling this so that we can address all the concerns of the delegates in some form. And that way, then the council could be involved. I did issue some of the directive I wrote about with the help of other delegates. So I would ask that we not approve this.
Let's see, we'll give preference to qualified Indians rather than to Navajos. So I have an amendment when it comes up though, where it replaces that language, because they took out section 18. That disqualifies this amendment, and they're saying to us, in my opinion, that they're implying that our Navajos don't have these superior abilities, so they need to have this language in here. And so they're taking out Navajo preference of what they got. So I want to replace that language back in there, because these are Navajos and they're here supporting this. Then all of a sudden, NGS says we're going to take out Navajo preference because Navajos don't have superior abilities. Amen. I second this motion.
Sponsorship. Either the negotiating team or somebody put this together and found a sponsor to submit it, and then when they went through the committee process, we found so many deficiencies, and that's why it was ruled out of order. And yet, we had groups here on the floor and also in the negotiating team and others, they wanted to keep pushing it, even though with all these fallacies, with all these deficiencies. That's the problem not, and this is what you caused. This is what happens. And so I think when the council says that there's some things seriously wrong and rules it out of order, I would strongly recommend all people to strongly heed that, so that we don't sit here and discuss or discover new deficiencies. See, in this case, the one that Delegate Witherspoon is correct that the indenture is the one he's amending because he's concerned about that. Because the negotiating team failed to discuss those things because the president chose to keep the council out of these discussions. And that's what happened. So it's not the fault of the council. Because, when the contract in its final form attached to a legislation should be publicly available. In this case, it didn't happen. And that's why, again, as a result of the AG's ruling, we're having these problems. And so I would ask Mr. Speaker Pro Tem and members of the council, the jour state at these meetings. And I think we can reconcile all these deficiencies and come back with a nice one to go forward. And I would make the motion to table. And if the audience will be respectful, Mr. Chair, the reason why is this is not a no vote against the lease or the extension. It's to make it better and to make the process work. Because what will happen is if we do it the wrong way, it'll get challenged. And then we end up coming back again anyway, or it'll go beyond our control if the court assumes control of it. Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, fly ash has become a big issue. When we talked about grassroots Navajo people, and this is the dust off these coal areas that flies in the wind, and we don't know what it contains. I've never seen a report on it indicating that this is where it all flew to, and it's causing these problems. It was interesting that at the presentation done at the museum, and how some of these concerned Navajo persons showed us a slide. And it showed the pollution level of the mining area and the power plant. And I know we're not talking about it here, but what was real interesting to me was that the Four Corners area, Four Corner power plant, the pollution, that, of course, that's if it's correct, because I never verified it. But the picture that they were telling us was the pollution at the Four Corners was greater than the pollution produced by the city of Denver. And that was eye-opening to me. And then, of course, it showed all the other pollution in the Southwest. And so one of the pollution is fly ash, and the ash from the coal, as it goes through the process of generating electricity. But we all enjoy electricity, and we're being served by that today. And so it's running my laptop, it's running this microphone that I'm talking into, and it's providing the lights. And so how do you balance this? The quality of life of people that live on or near Navajo Nation versus the convenience produced by it and the revenue. And I think this is where we need to talk about this, that from this council, we should say that, this is a serious concern, and that, one of the things to be included should be a clause that says that, you're gonna now make the extra effort to cover this particulate that you produce. It's the cost of doing business. And just by leaving it out there and not do anything, then of course you spend less money on it. But the problem though is it flies in the wind. And it's for all those people living downwind side, then it affects them. And so, and I think it's very important that we include this amendment. But what is happening now, though, is I still believe that we should try to table it and, address all the amendments of the delegates down the road. But for this one, since we're on this subject, it is important to include it. This is a very serious concern of Navajo persons living on or near these power plants. And they brought this to our attention. It's been part of the public comments. And I would encourage that we include it. That I would reserve my time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Final vote. 10 in favor, 13 opposed. Tabling failed. We move forward.